and everything, and you having me on the sideline isn't I'd like to do again, so it felt good to be back with my team today.
It's like a foot injury, right? Like broken foot. What happened in camp to
Yeah, I had a
put you on the
little
sidelines?
fracture on the right side of my foot, and bless you. I was really lucky to be able to come back so soon because sometimes it takes up to 8 weeks for him to come back, but I got lucky with just 4, so I was able to play today, which I'm super grateful for.
I know your physical conditioning would be tested in a game like this that lasts 7 hours. How do you feel on that?
Yeah, I mean, this was probably like a recipe for disaster for me to come back with, trying to like keep the leg and foot loose and having to start and stop like 3 or 4 times a day kind of stunk, but just had to focus on my job and go out there and make the makeables.
What did you do in the locker room between lightning delays?
What did I do?
Yeah.
Laid on the ground a little bit, ate a sandwich, played some games on my phone, because I really thought it was going to get canceled, but then we ended up back out there and finished the game, which was awesome.
On that one long pass that you were able to get, I mean, it seemed like you took it away from the defender. What was it like a 50-50 ball? I mean, how did that go down?
Everybody keeps asking me if I took the ball out of his hand, so I feel like I got to roll with it and say I ripped it out of his hands, trying to be all big and strong, but I really think it just went right through his hands and right into my stomach, so it's nice.
That was like the first play, right after the rain.
Yeah.
The big one.
Yeah, right.
Did you guys talk about? Did you know that was coming, or did that surprise you when that happened?
Yeah, coach said we were going to throw a deep play right when we came out there. He told me to get ready. I was like, oh God, I got to get loose now and everything. I was just laying on the ground, everything off, but I'm happy it worked out.
A bad weather game like tonight, which I guess it obviously was, do you have to bear down a little bit more when you know it's raining? Ball's coming, do you have to bear down, concentrate a little bit more going into a game psychologically, knowing the weather's bad?
Right, yeah, see, I always tell myself, like, before this year, probably, I'd always be checking, like, my weather app and seeing if it was going to rain, because as a receiver, that scares you, And then this morning, I remember, because the game was at 6:40, so you're sitting in the hotel room, like, all day, thinking about the game and how it's going to go. People are talking about it's going to rain, and then you start to, like, feel that anxiety, like, start to grow within you. But I feel like being a 5th-year senior, you got to just realize, like, you can't control the weather and you can't control a lot of stuff during the game. You really just got to do your own job, and then when the ball comes to you, look it all the way in. Maybe you got to look it in extra when it's raining. So that's what I tried to focus on today, catching every ball.
How frustrating was it for you the last 2 weeks to be on the sideline and see the offense struggle?
I think it was just more frustrating not being able to go out there and help the team. It's definitely a learning experience. I mean, we're 2-1 right now, and I feel like very easily we could be 3-0. Luckily, it's early in the year, and we're gonna keep getting better every single week. That's what good teams do. Good teams don't sit and cry about a loss and think about it all year long, but just continue to go into work the next day and the next day, and focusing on the little details every single day, trying to get better, because our goals are still ahead of us.
I don't know. Probably won't get to talk to you Tuesday, but are you expecting a big Regainey contingent out east?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. This is like the closest game to home ever, so yeah. My dad's like hammering me about asking all my teammates for tickets and stuff like that, which is kind of like a pain because you don't want to be like that annoying teammate asking people for tickets like every single day, but just trying to help them out because I feel like I got 40 or 50 people coming out next week, so they had a plan to like rent a school bus and take it up there, but that fell through. But I got a big group coming out next week, so that should be fun. We'll have more Hawkeye fans there.
Nico, before the season, you talked about how maybe at times last year you weren't as engaged as you would have liked to be, and you really came into this season with an extra drive after missing the first couple of games going through that injury. Does that even give you more perspective and more drive to really kind of go out and crush, what could be your final 9-10 games?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like our whole team got a taste of what that's like during the COVID year to have our season ripped from us, so it pretty much was another feeling like that, being on the sideline for 2 games and just trying to be the best possible teammate I could be on the sideline and rooting for the defense and rooting for the offense, coaching up all the young guys, just focusing on being a positive leader and trying to push the room forward as best I could.
You got to see Spencer from the sidelines the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
Was he doing anything different tonight than he was previously?
really can't answer that question. I was really just focused on myself today, just trying to catch the ball every single time. And yeah, just not worried about what he's doing, really just focusing on myself. This week we had like a big mantra was mow your own lawn, right? So Brian was telling us about this, and you're at your house and you see other people, they're not cutting their grass the right way, or they got like weeds growing out of their sidewalk, and you're sitting there talking about their lawn. And then as you're doing that, your lawn starts to get all, I don't know what to call it, not a good lawn. Yeah, so really just focusing on myself and just trying to make the Mick like I said.
But that sucks though, when somebody doesn't mow their lawn.
That's true.
You'll find out soon.
Yeah, well, right now I'm that neighbor. Trash, live next to like people that are college students, and I'm sure they complain about our lawn every single day.
All right, thanks.